What do you think are the critical values that we should have in our homes, or what are your values?
The values begin right there at home. And what you learn, what you teach a child up to 7 years, you can take him into the world because the principles will have been honed in.
Integrity, communing or quality time, and leading by example. Integrity sounds like a huge word that you hear in corporations and stuff like that, but it just boils down to, in the home, doing what you say and saying what you do.
Everything rotates on the kind of environment you grew, and you do not forget the departure from your high school to the outside education, where influence again of the universities gave you to what you are.
You come from a generation where the perception, right or wrong, is you're easy. In fact, that's the term. It's not even easy, you're easy.
We are at, somehow, we want instant success. We want instant, I want a job that I'll get a very good pay instantly without really having to work hard. So it's a culture that I think is kind of building up, and young people are taking it up.
What does entertainment entail, and then what does it cost? Before I ask you how you finance that. Apparently you guys are paying for it. Wait.
Entertainment entails clubbing. For some guys, drugs. For some people, just coffee, simple coffee, then you go back home.
And coffee where?
Java.
Okay, you see, I can't afford Java. What is wrong? Okay.
For us, let me speak in general, we don't do campus boys.
Eye contact.
We graduated.
Okay.
Because we cannot handle the matchbox room. No.
What's the plan? I want to get into your mind. What's the idea? Tell me.
I think it boils down to the same thing. We want instant stuff. So he's working, he's settled, he's probably started saving, he's thinking of building. So the lady doesn't want to start from
Scratch.
From scratch, no. Just want to get in.
And
get
Isaac
married,
is going to
there's a
start from
house.
scratch.
Yeah. Gets married, get a house there, he's already stable, probably even giving you a car and such. So you don't want to hustle through life. That's
Okay.
the whole idea of
So let me go back. Clinically allergic to work.
We're not like, let's say, how would I say, the generation of our grandparents, who not very many of us will live to be 80 or 80 something.
And this is something,
cancers and such things.
Okay.
So people want to live the good life early
Now.
enough. You want to live in your
Take
40s.
notes. I love that. I did not know that.
Yes, you want to live like you're in your 40s, but in your 20s or you're in your 30s. Because they say you start enjoying your life after 40, but you don't want to wait till 40 to enjoy
You don't
your
wait
life.
until 40. Is there work you consider beneath you?
I don't see how. I did my CPA at Strathmore. I'm a CPA. I'm finished with my economics. How in this world am I going to get a job that doesn't fit all those credentials? You understand? To me, I feel like the world should recognize my effort. And if they don't, then there's something wrong.
They have that instant thing in their heads. So when they come to work, for me, for example, they will sit there and tell me they want 100,000 shillings. When you leave campus, you're raw.
You're raw, yes.
Okay? You're very raw. And you need to be, like a diamond, you need to be cut, sandpapered, done all those things. You are the one who will determine how soon you will shine.
What society tells us right now is that you have to have the right car, the right phone, the right clothes, and hang out with the right people in the right places. So, and what's right is expensive, expensive, expensive. So I want that. So my figure is based on what you people have told us is right.
This is the panel right now to discuss where we are going after what you heard in the last couple of hours, because most of this stage was shocked. I don't know about you. We were shocked at the kinds of things that are happening out there.
What do we do with Generation Y? Are we, as corporates, you know, the managers and board boards and all that. Are we ready to have some time? Because they are intelligent, they have it. Are we ready to have time to mentor, listen, and engage, even counsel?
I think it is very important for young people to be guided to focus. What are you trying to do? Is this like a quick buck? Or are you trying to create a foundation for your future? And this does not start here. It goes back to the family. What is the role of the mother and father?
We could be in two different worlds, and I think the challenge that is coming through is, really to bridge, these worlds in a manner that can make it possible for the younger generation, to be nurtured and mentored.
I couldn't understand this generation of employees. I thought I was quite young, and normally I'm considered to be too young. But here I am dealing with this group of people, and there are some issues that we totally cannot relate. So for example, I'm recruiting somebody. I was interviewing a gentleman last week, and I say to him, when did you join your last employer? Because I couldn't believe my eyes when I looked at the CV. And he says, in March. March which year? March 2011. And do you want to leave? And he says, yes. Why? Because I have a passion for the oil industry. And I say, but you've just joined this other guy. Yes, yes, yes. So did you not have a passion for the? Yes, but I've done what I needed to do there. I've set structures, the systems are in place. In 6 months, yes, I'm ready now. So, that's the speed at which they're moving, and even for me, it leaves me breathless just trying to deal with all that.
I think, yes, people have got speed, but everybody has got their speed limit. And you find people who go around a lot of jobs, and eventually they burn out of that circulation, and they settle in a job. So there's nothing wrong with it, so long as you don't reach a point where your speed limit is 0.
The whole point of this RIKA conference was for us to reach out, to talk, to communicate. That's the bottom line. How do we reach out to these folks?
What is coming through here is tensions between generations, but expressing itself in the medium of technology. At conceptual level, I think that creative tension is necessary. I have no problem with that. And I think it has to be encouraged, because it is that creative tension that really propels societies forward. However, it is a tension that has to be managed creatively, and I think the gap has been lack of, if you like, intergenerational communication.
As a young guy who is in school, and as you work hard to ensure that you get the best grades, which is very good, you must also go out and look for my brother here and show him that you have that value and interest to do what you want to do. She talked about passion. That passion must be seen through time. So it's not only just working in school. When I was in school, I remember that although working hard in school, I used to make sure that somebody who I think can add value to me, I go to his office. I just go and knock the door and say, I'm so and so, and I would like to see so and so. And believe me or not, all of us have time for mentoring.
Irrespective of which generation it is, there's only one lasting value, and that is the person, the individual. And if that individual is not molded properly, and that proper is not different for any generation, it is the same. Talking about honesty of an individual, you're talking about your integrity, you're talking about respect for people, and you're talking just about being real. Doesn't matter when it was, whether it was when I started working 30, 40 years ago, or now. If you don't have that, all the other good things that are happening in terms of good technology, speed of whatever it is not going to benefit you. It will probably be a hindrance. But you as a person can stand out irrespective of what changes. And you're talking about the changes now. In 10 years' time, there'll be a different set of things that are happening. But if you are not steadfast in terms of those values, in 10 years' time, you will be relevant.